Hi, I'm Chef Tom. I'm a professional chef. I've trained all over the world. I've learned all kinds of culinary secrets, and now I'm going to teach them to you. So today we're gonna break down a chicken, and the way I'm gonna teach you how to break down a chicken is kind of how I used to do on a competition team. But even if you're not a competition team person and you want to do airline breast, this is the best way to do that. So the first thing you want to start by doing is removing the wishbone. Now you can find where the wishbone is really easy. You got lines here and here. So I'll just take my knife and put a slit there, put my fingers in, and pull the wishbone right out. So wishbone's out. Okay, so as I do this, I'm doing back to front, then back again. I'll show you why. Now, here's where the money's at. Every time I go someplace, I see students trying to break down a chicken properly. They always have a problem with this. This is probably more of a modern technique. So what you want to do is we're gonna try to make this airline breast. And so what you're looking for is, see the arrow right here? You wanna make a cut right there. Once you make the cut, what you wanna do is stand this up straight. You wanna bend it back and pull it down. Nice and clean. You'll find some older chefs, or what they'll try to do is they'll try to cut around it and then sit here for like a half hour, 45 minutes. But as you see, that's done when I do it, a second, 2 seconds. Again, on this side, see the arrow? Arrow's telling you right where to cut, so it should be very easy for you. So again, here's the arrow. What I want to do is cut through. You want to do is take this, and pretty much what I'm doing is with your elbow, I'm taking elbow and I'm shooting it towards totally backwards. Not the way it's supposed to go, but for this application, this is great. So here it is. I bring it back, I pull it down, and it's done. Now for some reason, if you miss it, what I tend to do is take my knife and just clean that down just real quick, and I bottle top it. I just put a knife underneath there and pop it up. It comes up real quick. But so now we have the airline breast all ready to go, so that's great for timing. Now next thing we want to do is we want to get the legs and the breast kind of separated. So I want to hold the skin really tight against the chicken. I want to cut. And I'm pretty much just cutting the skin. You'll see why in a second. Okay, so now once you have that all set, what you want to do is take the chicken. Again, you heard the chicken's feelings a little bit by popping the joints out. See that? Came up here, came out right there. So the good part about this now, I start at the back, work forward. Now the chicken's kind of lying flat. So when I go to cut this, take the breast off, it's much easier for me. Now taking the breast off, right down here you have something called the keel bone. This is half cartilage and half bone. So what I want to do is take my knife, cut right down the middle, and I am on the left side of the keel bone. So once I have that, what I want to do is just get in there, and all you want to do is follow the contour of the bones all the way down. So now once you're at the bottom, this is always a problem for students and some professionals. Right here, there's a bone. That's your exit bone. And what a lot of people do is they get this bone on the wrong side. So what you want to do with the exit bone is you want to take your knife, sight it down it, and breast comes right off. So there's my first breast, laid it out there, that's all set. So now the second side, again, I'm gonna take my knife, put it right up against the keel bone, slice into it, all the way forward. There's usually a little knuckle piece of meat in here I try to take out for a tube, but if you leave it behind, don't worry about it. It'll get caught when you make your stock. So again, you're following the contour of the bone. So here we are again at this spot. Here's my exit bone. And again, you see the exit bone comes straight down and drops right there. So I take that, follow exit bone out. I have my second breast out, ready to go. So we have our wings. Now we have left is the legs. And the legs is another easy thing to kind of take care of. What you want to do is flip the chicken over, and right here, these are the oysters. A lot of times people leave these behind, so oh, it's just a little piece of meat. But you know, when you're in a professional kitchen, you want to, every piece of meat you have, you want to utilize. So I'll just put a mark right across that. So what you want to do with this now, is I'm pressing this up. Right here is where the oyster lives. So what I want to do is take my thumb, and there's a spoon in there. I'll show you more about the spoon in a second. So you want to push down the spoon and get that sucker dislodged from there. See, it's dislodged. And see why I call this spoon? It's nice and round in there. You want that to be clean. So once you have the spoon removed, I'm going to do is take the knife, just come across, and just cut that right off. I don't want all this extra skin on there, so I'll leave that too. So now we have the quarter there. And same thing on this side. So inside here, you're looking for the same spoon. So as we know before, the spoon starts right here, so jam your thumb in there. Slide that oyster right out of the spoon. Come behind it with a knife. See it sitting right there? Nice whole oyster. Bring it down the side. And that's that. That's a breakdown of the chicken. This right here, used for stock. If you want to break this down further, I'll show you a quick thing. Again, here, to separate the thigh from the leg, right there is your line. Right there is where it's going to be at. So what you want to do with this is you want to get your knife in between the bone and the cartilage where the two pieces meet up. If you get too far to left or right, you're not going to cut through it. So again, if you get a little bit unsure, just move around a little bit. And again, it's right here. Okay, so just take this, cut through. Now you have your thigh and your chicken leg, and that's that. Good luck.